What is up, my tricksters? It's Ben 2000 YGO, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero. And before we get into today's discussion topic, I want to talk about some updates to the channel. And just real quick, I'm probably also, you guys will probably see like a short or something about me talking about this also again later, because I know this topic isn't going to be something that's going to appeal to a lot of the audience on my channel. So the quickie announcement is that I'm going to be splitting up the deck profile and the skit videos. Now, for those of you who might be new here, I had them combined. They were the same video. It went skit, replay, deck profile. That was the formula of my videos. Now, this is going to change, but I am going to give you guys kind of a consolation prize, if you will, in the way that this is changing. So you guys will have a little more way to interact, and it'll have some more fun to it. So the way this is going to work going forward is, in the skit videos, that's going to be the hint for the next deck profile is going to be in the skit videos. So that's kind of a fun thing there. You guys will get to comment and guess what kind of content what deck profile I'm making next, and in the skit videos, and they will be their own thing, and there's going to be a playlist that will just have the skit videos in there, so you can kind of keep up with the lore of the Ben 10 character. That way there isn't like this mountain, it's not bogged down by a mountain of deck profiles. So there's going to be that kind of fun there. And of course, like I said, you guys are going to get to, there could be shout outs involved. There's also, I am potentially working on getting a Patreon, so that you guys can support the channel. And one of the perks I'm thinking about doing is letting the skit videos be something that you guys get to see early. Let me know if you like that idea, by the way. Comment that below. And then in the deck profiles, the fun part of having them be separate from the skit, because the skit takes hours. Sometimes it can take an entire day just to edit the skit together, especially with all the crazy, goofy stuff I do. And retakes and all that. So that's another reason why we're getting them split, is because this takes a lot of time for a very short video. So we'll split that apart, and then that gives the deck profiles a little more room to be played with. Because sometimes in the replay footage, you guys will see me use some of the same editing tricks that you see in my skit videos in the replay footage, like the lightning bolts and the explosions and things like that, which is all fun. We love that stuff. Also, guys, splitting it up might also give me the ability to kind of toss in more pop culture references that kind of go with it. Like, for example, if I was piloting a Super Quantal deck, I could throw more Power Ranger references or something in there, or Super Sentai or whatever footage that will kind of make those like little quick 5-second references in the skit, or not in the skits, in the replay footage that you guys really love and enjoy. And then the deck profile, like I said, it gives me time to also decide whether I, depending on how long the video is going to be, whether I want to use Edo Pro and have it on the screen, or if I want to do a live one where you guys see physical cards. So this just gives me a little more, this change is going to give me a little more room to play and make content that I think you guys will find more interesting. Now, that being said, let's get into today's topic video. I hope you guys will also leave your thoughts in the comments below on the topic and on the announcement. Alright, so today's video is going to be a video that I have seen Imco40 and Yassine talk about. I know those tiny channels just need me to shout them out. They need it. Couldn't even say it with a straight face. Anyway, sorry, laughing at my own joke there. Anyway, the point is, the TLDR story is that a college professor copyrighted a Magic the Gathering deck list, and the broader topic of that is, how will this impact other trading card games, and more specifically for us, how would this impact Yu-Gi-Oh! If players are going to do this, and should you do this? Alright, so let's start with the should you do this. My answer is no. I think Yassine and Imco40 and I are all in agreement that this is a bad thing to do, because because the potential consequences of copywriting a deck list means that you'll be able to sue a player potentially for playing the exact same deck. So basically, if I'm playing, or even maybe the same deck adjacent, like what if I copyrighted a Lost World Dino deck, and my opponent was playing a Shadal Dino deck, can I sue them for just playing a dinosaur deck, or is the deck different? You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of legal jargon, you know. And plus, do you really? And I think that the potential of this is basically, it's like in Yassine's video. I think his title says it best. You know, it's the spirit of doing this is about trying to prevent net decking, and which is basically trying to essentially halt the evolution of the game. And I don't think that that is something that is healthy for the Yu-Gi-Oh players. Like, look, there are definitely things I would love to halt in Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I mean? There's tons of cards I'd like to make go away. There's tons of rulings I don't agree with that I don't think that Konami thought through all the way. There's tons of these things I'd like to change, but unfortunately, I don't think that this is this is the correct route. You know, you're just hurting your fellow players, and truth be told, there is an element of that in there too. There are players in this game who hurting other players is kind of their goal. You know, so with that game, so there would be people that would be their sole intention of copywriting their dinosaur or their scrap deck or whatever, is so that if they saw somebody else playing the scrap, you know, like I keep throwing the Scrap Raptor up because that's just a card I have out. But the point is like they keep, you know, they would throw that out there and they'd be like, aha! He plays Scrap Raptor, I'm suing you, judge! Which is also really funny because I saw a comment in Imco40's video about like, Judge, actually I have the copyright to the Drytron deck, so my opponent can't play it. And it'd be like, which is hilarious of a thought because, you know, the same people who would copyright their deck would do that. And it'd be like, with the level of intelligence, and it'd be like, oh, no, that's not how that works. You have to take that to a civil court judge, not a Konami, tournament judge. I just feel like that somebody would go that route would probably be that dumb to try that kind of shenanigans at a tournament. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the spirit of it is what I'm here to talk about more than anything. I think in the legal terms of it, I don't think that, like, honestly, most Yu-Gi-Oh players don't have the money to do this. I mean, like, the only Yu-Gi-Oh player I can think of who might have the money to do something like this might be, like, you know, that's known as, like, Jesse Cotton or something. Like, but I couldn't see him going, you know what, I'm gonna copyright my Drytron deck, and then anybody else who plays Drytron in the same tournament as me, I'm gonna sue them. I can't see him doing it. He doesn't seem like the type. You know what I mean? Now, I know there are those types of people in the Yu-Gi-Oh game. I have met a handful who are very jerkish people, and if this was a way for them to get a leg up in the game, a very unfair leg up in the game, absolutely they would. Especially, there definitely are people in the game who have more money than the vast majority of us in the game, and they would 100% do this if they thought there was a way for them to win at the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And potentially also win in monetarily in that. But the truth is, that wouldn't get anything. It's really, the spirit of it does come down to, it is trying to scumbag people. It is trying to halt evolution in the deck building process. And truth be told, there's only so many combinations of these cards, and I'd like to think that Konami, if somebody tried this, I like to think that Konami would step in and say, you can't copyright any of this deck list at all, okay? We own the rights to those cards. You don't. So, I would like to think that they would do that, but freaking Konami makes bad decisions all the time, so I don't know. Konami might be like, might pull Child America as from the Robot Chicken skit. Not my problem. I don't know. Anyway, I definitely think that the idea is very look, I get maybe the professor is being honest, and his idea was to just show that look at this flaw in the copyright system. I also heard another story where they were saying, he was passionate about his deck and wanted it to be his or whatever, and it was some Angel and Demon deck or whatever for Magic the Gathering. Whatever. Either way, I don't think it's in good spirits to do this, and I don't think it's definitely a moral thing to do in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that the best thing that can be done is to discourage any other Yu-Gi-Oh! People who may be thinking about doing it if you know about it. But I don't know. I want your thoughts in the comments below. You tell me what you guys think about the idea of copyrighting a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. As of right now, I am definitely not okay with the idea, and I'm definitely would shoot down any of my friends who are like, I'm thinking about doing this. I would go, are you dumb? And then I would trap their lawyer down there with what's left of Johnson. And, you know, because, you know, Blue just needs another snack. That's a little bit of Benton, okay, lore jokes for the newbies who may not know what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, I'm Ben10000YGO. I'm your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh superhero. Like I said, leave me your thoughts in the comments below. And, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Also, subscribe.